We have new developments tonight in a Target 12 investigators exclusive hidden house rep. Embattled State Representative John Carnevale appeared before city election officials testifying about 2 properties he owns. The hearing comes in the wake of our Target 12 investigation that raised questions about where the Providence lawmaker actually lives. Target 12 investigator Tim White has the latest details from the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
The hearing here at Providence City Hall lasted roughly 1 hour. Carnevale testified that he lives in his district, but the board did not call any other witnesses.
I do.
Under oath, State Representative John Carnevale says he lives in District 13.
My residence is 150 Barbara Street, Providence, Rhode Island, 02909.
Not this home in Johnston that he purchased in 2007.
3 motor vehicles.
Carnevale testified before the 2-member Providence Board of Canvassers. He says he shares one of the 2 units at the Barbara Street home with other tenants.
My son and I stay at a portion of that unit, and there are other people in that unit also.
He declined to answer any questions after the hearing.
No, not until after the decision.
Are you afraid to answer our questions? Why won't you talk
Don't block me. That's one thing you don't do. Don't block me.
Why won't you talk to voters?
I've spoken to my voters, my constituents.
Carnevale supplied documentation, including tax records and car registration, that he lives in Providence, but he acknowledged he signed a bank document in 2007 pledging the Johnston home outside his district would be his primary residence, a document he says he never changed.
I do appear there, absolutely. I maintain it. I cut the grass. I have slept there overnight, absolutely.
Go over it.
Carnevale was represented by fellow state lawmaker Robert Jacquard, a member of House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello's leadership team.
Full confidence in my client, and that is the reason I represented him.
Be willing to provide.
Republican State Senator John Pagliarini represented the state Republican Party, which filed the complaint challenging Carnevale's residency.
My concern was the statute also allows them wide latitude to ask additional questions. I think that was lacking.
The board will issue their decision at a later date. It's unclear when that's going to be, but the lawyer for the state GOP says he expects it to be soon. New at 6 o'clock, there are still some lingering questions about where Carnevale says he sleeps in his Providence home. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
We have new developments in a Target 12 investigators exclusive hidden house rep. Facing questions, Embattled State Representative John Carnevale appears before city elections officials testifying that he lives in Providence.
The hearing comes in the wake of our Target 12 investigation that raised questions about where the lawmaker lives. Target 12 investigator Tim White has the latest details from the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
In a hearing that lasted roughly 1 hour here at Providence City Hall, Carnevale testified under oath that he lives in his district, but he was caught off guard by one piece of evidence.
I do.
Under oath in front of the Providence Board of Canvassers, State Representative John Carnevale testifies he lives in his district.
My residence is 150 Barbara Street, Providence, Rhode Island, 02909.
Not this home in Johnston that he purchased in 2007.
Barbara Street.
Carnevale says he shares a unit in this Providence duplex he owns with 2 other people he charges rent to. But it appears Carnevale sleeps in the basement.
I sleep in that extension, but the ground level is where I use the facilities. I walk up a small staircase and I use the facilities, the bathroom, for instance.
Carnevale declined to answer questions after the hearing broke up. Can you just clarify where the bed is? Is it in the basement?
You don't want to talk to us?
No, not until after the decision.
Are you afraid to answer our questions?
Why don't you
Don't block me. That's one thing you don't do. Don't block me.
Why won't you talk to voters?
I've spoken to my voters, my constituents.
During testimony, Carnevale was caught off guard when he was asked if he knew that his retiree health benefit documents were actually sent to the Johnston property.
Would it surprise you that the CVS Caremark as well as Delta Dental has the Johnston address?
Very surprised at that.
Be willing to provide.
State Senator John Pagliarini represented the state Republican Party, which filed the complaint. Were you surprised at all that they didn't call any additional witnesses, any current or former tenants?
Yes, very much so.
Should they have?
Yes, I think in either way, when this is before the Board of Appeal, the Board of Elections on appeal, I think there will be subpoenas issued.
The board will issue their decision at a later date. It's unclear when that will be, but the lawyer for the state GOP, which again brought this complaint, says he expects it to happen soon. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.